Um, I'm speechless. I really, really am. I just saw the final episode of Killing Eve, season 4, episode 8. That is apparently the last one. I don't think there's more coming our way. I believe it was in the second or third episode that I said, or the fourth, that I said that there were a few things that I was not enjoying about the show, and that being the fact of how Sandra Oh's character was, was behaving towards Villanelle, and it felt, I don't know, it felt weird. It felt weird, I'm not gonna say out of character. I think it does make a little sense how she treated Villanelle for some part or certain time, for a certain amount of time, but guys, I'm sorry, that ending was the worst ending I could have possibly seen of a queer show. And it's not just because it was a queer show. Okay, even if it was just let's just assume that it was just a standard boy girl, heterosexual couple, still that ending was really bad, guys. It was really bad. So far, one of the worst endings of a truly fantastic show. Because one thing is the ending. I do want to separate. One thing is the ending, and another thing is the series in general. The end was not... It was definitely not up to the whole series. I thought that, the first 2 seasons were really, really good. I'm gonna say that even the 3rd season was really great overall, But the 4th season, it felt like, it felt like it dropped a little. There was, it wasn't as good as the first seasons. But then again, what show is? Maybe actually we can find some that are, but still, even in the bad episodes that you might not like, that perhaps I like them, and episodes that other people might have enjoyed and I might have not liked them. Still, even in their worst episodes, they're really great, and they were really well. Okay, why? Mainly because of the performances of Jodie Comer, of Sandra Oh, of Caroline, that I forgot her name. I'm sorry, the actress. Really bad names, guys. I think that by now we will establish that. And I felt so bad for Sandra Oh, for Jodie Comer, especially Jodie Comer. I had literally zero idea of what was going on, or what was going down with the showrunner of the show, Laura Neal. And the truth is, I don't fully know. Like, I've read some comments on Twitter. Again, Twitter is not like the whole truth, and you're not gonna find the truth. But then again, I read some interviews. I didn't see any videos of the interviews, so to speak, and not just her, but in comparison to what Sandra Oh or what Jodie Comer had said about the relationship, the nature of the relationship of Villanelle and Eve, and the answers were completely. It's like the showrunner was seeing these couple as a toxic couple. Let's leave aside the whole homophobic thing for a second, despite that, but how toxic they were to each other. And then you have Jodie Comer or Sandra Oh talking about how beautiful or how entangled and how actually whole they made for each other. Like, there was a duality, but like they were actually a true pairing, like the better half, or even if it wasn't the better half, they were each other's halves. And I'm gonna spoil the ending for those of you who have seen it. I'm pretty sure that you come here just to, or not. That's completely fine. It's completely understandable. But in the end, that ending, that Villanelle dies, which is something that I actually was. I'm not gonna say looking forward, because I never wanted. I didn't want Villanelle to die, but I was sensing that was gonna happen. But the way that it was treated, it felt off. It felt undeserving. You know, it felt unworthy, and I thought it was like it was super odd. It was super odd. The way she died, the way the whole thing ended, because it wasn't like she died in the middle act, or she died, I don't know, 10 minutes after it actually, the episode was ending. No, it was the last 2 minutes of the show of her dying. And what is the most odd and the worst thing of it all is that there's still so many loose ends. Like, who killed Kenny? If somebody knows, please tell me, because I missed something. Caroling, what game was she playing? What game was Caroling playing? And then Sandra's character, Eve, she survives, but what's gonna happen? I know that this is based on books. This series is based on, I think it's several books, if I'm not mistaken, or one book. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or do write down if it was a series of books, like a saga, or if it was just one book that it was based on. I've not read them, because I'm like the worst book reader of all time. The worst. I read, actually, not heard, that in the books that they have a different ending, more of a happy ending. Who were the 12? What was Caroline's end game? Villanelle, is she really dead? Is she not? Apparently she is. I would say fair enough, yes, that she is. I think that Laura Neal made sure that it was stated that, not that it was stated, but it was like obvious from what we saw in the episode that she was killed. And Eve's character, what was gonna do next? I was actually, after she got out of the water, I thought, oh shoot, now Eve is gonna hunt down Caroline and she's gonna take her down. But no, it just ends with Eve screaming in anguish, because that was screaming in anguish. It wasn't screaming in like relief. Taking into account that everything what happened in the episode itself, that was anguish. And then now I don't know if maybe the actresses thought, because I've read a few comments here and there that Laura Neal wanted to make them kissing. We finally actually get them kissing and all that. And she wanted to do like a really not a realistic kissing, like it was an awkward kissing, like it was an unromantic type of kissing, because then again with every time, like in any type of couples, the director, or you know the person who's in charge, basically, because sometimes the director is actually not the person who makes the final choices, sadly sometimes, wanted to make this kissing scene unromantic. Same as with Sandra Oh coming out of the water, she wanted to make her scream out of relief, not anguish. And I don't know if the actresses were like, no, I think that that would be undeserving of the characters. That would not. That's you're missing the whole point of the show. Because instead, what the actresses actually accomplished was the most beautiful kissing scene of all time. Okay, maybe not of all time, but it was a beautiful kissing scene. It was a beautiful moment, and it was something that the fans, all of us, we were waiting for, and I think at least we got that, which is okay. awesome, which is cool, because I think that's props to Jodie Comer and Sandra Oh. And I don't know if the actress actually wanted to deliver a different whatever Laura Neal wanted to seem unromantic, they made it romantic, and I think that's the whole point. I think that's the whole point. And because it was always meant to be a romantic pairing, of completely opposite characters who cross paths. And well, the story, well, you've seen the show, or else you wouldn't be here, watching this video. If you are, thank you very much. And then I just saw some pictures of Jodie Comer, shooting the final scene, and looking really sad, like really down, because of the way it ended, and all of the ways that the different interviews they were talking about the finale, that they did not seem, neither Sandra nor Jodie Comer seemed satisfied with that ending. And I think that we can all agree, yes, that it wasn't. I don't think it made the series any justice. If I'm honest. But it's not like it was the whole episode. It was those 2 minutes, and it's amazing how much it can screw up just 2 minutes of your finale. Everything that the show, everything that the cast and the crew have been working so hard to deliver to the fans. Now, there's an interesting topic right here, because then again, who makes the final decisions? The fans or the people who create the show? I think it should be a sum of both things. If I were a creator, if I'm in charge of a project, of a series, of a movie, I would like to see my vision in the big screen. Now, my vision cannot be the same as you, the same as most of the fans, but I can, as a creator of that show or movie, I can just pretty much know. I can go, it's I don't care. I don't think the way my fans think. I don't care if my fans want these ending or this pairing or this couple to end up together, or because I don't want them together. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep shooting what I want to show. Or I can opt to listen to the other side, and to listen what the fans are saying, to listen to what the fandom likes, because it's interesting. It's also interesting to actually listen to people who perhaps disagree with you, or perhaps they not disagree with you, but they see other things of your couple, of some of your characters that you do not, or not that you don't, but it's hey, that's an interesting angle. I didn't think about it like that. And okay, I see what you're talking about. Okay, and then, perhaps me as a creator is I'm just thinking here. I'm just because I had to make this video about Killing Eve. It's a show that I was obsessed with. For the first 2 seasons and the third, and I can't believe the ending. We just can't. Anyway, anywho's. Sometimes endings are not happy. We all have to accept that. But then again, I'm not satisfied with this ending. As I'm pretty sure that you guys are. But anyways, going back to what I was talking about, I'm just random. But if I had that power of creator of making those decisions, then okay, maybe I can actually opt to say, okay, maybe we can reach an agreement. Maybe I can try to find a way to do the ending in a way that it does justice to both my vision and the fandoms, so that we're both satisfied. They're both satisfied, and I think that's the point of it all. Another case that comes to mind, which has nothing to do, but I was watching, as I usually do, some episodes of How I Met Your Mother. But that's I think a discussion for another video. I really like the ending of How I Met Your Mother, because the creators thought they follow their vision to the what they wanted to do, even if the fandom disagreed, or and I liked that ending. I really liked it. I really did like it. But still, I think that like it's completely different now. So I'm not gonna get into How I Met Your Mother now. It's a sitcom. It's a completely different story. And Killing Eve, I knew there wasn't going to be a happy ending for them. I don't know why I had a gut feeling that something was gonna happen, but I would have left it open. In my opinion, if I'm a creator, and if I don't know, leaving the homophobic aside, leaving all of that, whatever you want to call it, like, aside, I would just left it open. Alright? Or maybe I would have left it in a way that it's, okay, is she really dead? Maybe she's not really dead. You know what I would have done? Instead of actually ending in, like, killing Villanelle in the last 2 minutes, probably I would have killed her 10 minutes prior to the actual, to the end of it, of the show, or even in the final 5, it doesn't matter, but before it ends. I would have killed her. I would have made Sandra Oh's character Eve hunt down Caroline and killing her. I'm sorry, this is like really like violence. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this. And then going to a place isolated from the world, giving you and perhaps leaving a hint that the person she's going to meet in that place might be Eve, which would mean that she's actually alive. I would have done that ending. I would have done that. Leaving for the fans to think, okay, maybe she's not actually dead, and maybe they did actually get their happy ending. So, yeah, it's what I would have done. Now, again, I'm just a simple person. I'm just a regular person speaking miles and miles away from where the decisions are being made. If the reason truly was the fact that Laura Neal is homophobic and she does not like this type of queer storylines, that truly is a sad thing. It's a sad thing. Violent sometimes, because of the message you're sending, that basically, then again, I mean, Villanelle was a murderer. She was an assassin. So, but still, I mean, I think we've got characters that have, been killed, like Dexter, who have killed a lot, and they've had like better endings, or at least better endings for their couplings, so to speak. I don't think Dexter is really a good example of that. But still, no. Again, if that was the real reason, it's sad. It's really sad. And I just, when I saw those pictures of Jodie Comer on the set, and it broke my heart a little, because one thing is me talking in front of a camera 1,000 miles away, but another thing is to be actually in the storm of it all, if we can call it storm. But the fact that you see you've developed this character for so long, and you see how they kill it off, or how they end it in a way that it's completely like you don't completely agree with what's been told or what's on the script. It's a whole different thing. It's more personal. It's more intimate, because it's a character that if I were like Jodie Comer, or if I was an actor or an actress, I personally would have felt it more intimate, like more personal. Okay, but that was it. I don't know. There's a petition going on to do a movie, to make a movie to actually answer the questions that are left unanswered that we've been trying to, figure out from the very beginning. Or not the very beginning, but throughout the season, throughout the show, the seasons. And to do justice to an actual, to the ending, basically. Yeah, that's happening right now. So I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest. In the future, I think that this is it for Killing Eve. If they make a petition, I don't know if it's gonna happen in a way like in Sense 8 happened, that the fandoms, actually signed off on that show having an actual ending, a proper ending, and they actually did a movie, ending the show, which I thought it was awesome. That would be great for Killing Eve. But I don't know. The thing about Killing Eve is that it's not as popular as it was Sense8 at that moment, at that point. I hope it does. I really hope it does. I will like that. Don't get me wrong. I will like that. Being realistic and being a little bit like MJ from No Way Home. Expect nothing and you will never get disappointed. I think that's my sort of mental state right now with Killing Eve, unfortunately. But anyways, we'll see if there's more to tell. I don't think they will. Hopefully, again, they do. Hopefully they do. But now, if you're feeling down, I think Gentleman Jack has already released one episode or two on BBC in UK. So if you're in UK, if you have any way to see it, go watch that show. It's a queer, also woman love woman story. And I think the chemistry between the two leads, it's really beautiful and really charming, and you should go watch it, especially after seeing the ending of Killing Eve. And if you're also watching, or if you're looking for another cheerier, happier woman love woman stories, sapphic love story, also check out Dickinson with the beautiful Hailey Steinfeld. On I was gonna say Amazon, but it's not on Amazon. It's on Apple. Apple TV or Apple TV Plus, however it's. But yeah, you can check it out there. It has 3 seasons, and it's one of it's a really like lighthearted, beautiful. I think it was. I think it'll warm your heart. I think that show is probably. I was complaining about the ending of Dickinson, the last episode, but man, comparing it to Killing Eve, Jesus, Dickinson's ending was far better. Anyway, leaving you with just 2 options so you can go watch. Yeah, because it just, I'm not gonna say that it's for me, but I'm pissed. I'm pissed at that ending, man. Jesus. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video now because the rant, this is pretty much a rant. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna get even more upset if I keep bringing stuff up, if I keep talking about it. So I just, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for staying all the way if you have. Like, we're already like 24 minutes in this episode of pretty much a rant about this show that I've grew to love but hate the ending. Thank you very much. And see you on the next episode, the next video. Goodbye. Take care.